Hi there everyone, and welcome back to Lovely Grind. My name is Michael Prevey and my website is www.lovelygrind.com. That's where you're going to find blog posts about total health and a balanced approach to fulfillment. This current series of videos that I'm doing is about prescription drug withdrawal, surviving that withdrawal and thriving through that withdrawal. As those of you who have watched my videos previously know, I withdrew from Paxil and Xanax. I was on between 20 and 30 milligrams of the Paxil and up to 4 milligrams, even a little higher at times daily, of Xanax by the end of my use of that. And I stopped those medications after almost a decade and a half of use several years ago, and the withdrawal from it was severe. It lasted a good period of time, a couple years, and it was really a process of finding knowledge and hope little by little on my own. And now that I'm at the other side of the tunnel, so to speak, I'm sharing some of what I've learned with all of you. And what I want to touch on today is the idea of using a couple of tools to get rid of the demons that approach us during the withdrawal process. Now, the demons that come up could be guilt, they could be regret, they could be memories from the past, they could be emotions that come surging back after many years of being taped down by the drugs. It's like a lot of our soul and our body and our mind is kind of muted while we're on these medications, especially if we're on long term like I was for almost 15 years, and some people are on even longer. And we kind of have parts of our personality muted, and then all of a sudden everything, when the pills stop, comes slowly creeping back up to the surface, but often in a very confused and negative way, because these things just haven't been allowed to breathe for a while. So we have all these emotions and all this creativity and all this curiosity about the world, and all these things come creeping to the surface, but it resurfaces as a lot of troubling mental or emotional symptoms. It could be nightmares, it could be obsessive thoughts or intrusive thoughts. So what do we do to kind of exorcise those demons? Well, a couple of the best things that I found, one is creativity. Getting involved in creative pursuits. You could look at any artist out there really, and they could be labeled most as, a troubled soul or someone who's a complex thinker. But that's really all of us. We're all complex individuals with complex makeups. We all have our ups and downs. We all have days when we're troubled by an emotion or by an encounter with someone. We all have dreams. We all have, just a really complicated makeup that we have to deal with and make sense of productively, and that we want to find joy from rather than just torment from. So creativity is really a great way to start working through some of those troubling emotions and mental symptoms that come up. That could be journaling, which I always recommend to everyone. Keep a symptom journal as well as a feeling journal and a thought journal. That could all be wrapped into one. Keep track of your progress, but also take it a step further. Write down some of your emotions, turn them into poetry form, turn them into short stories, turn them into song lyrics. Do what you can to make productive use of your emotions. The raw stuff that you're going through, you're going to look back at it later, and you're going to at times wish you could experience that sort of creative inspiration again, because you're so emotionally, mentally, and spiritually raw. Make use of that. It's really going to help you to work through some of the troubling things you're experiencing. Also, as always, exercise. It sounds kind of silly, but I say exercise to exorcise the demons. Getting out there and going for a walk, going for a swim or a bike ride. For me, it's oftentimes running. Might be lifting weights for you. Whatever it is, do that activity. Get rid of those demons. That helps you get rid of the guilt and the anger and the mental symptoms. It helps, clear the fog. Just do what you can. I know that it's tough out there for a lot of people right now. If you're suffering from fatigue, or if you're suffering from what some people might label exercise intolerance, you think your system gets too revved up, but please don't be afraid of the exercise. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to set you back in the long run. Just do what you can. Listen to your body. It's like any other thing in life. Listen to your body. If you're even in full health, if someone pulls their muscle, they're not going to go back to the gym the next day and keep doing the same motion over and over and aggravating it. So it's just, that's part of the withdrawal healing process as well, is getting used to listening to your body again. just common sense stuff. I don't believe there's a rigid checklist of things you do or don't do to get through withdrawal. Some people will say you absolutely can't have a beer, or you absolutely can't drink this tea or eat this food. You absolutely can't exercise for this period of time, this and that. That's just not true. The goal is to have a joyful life, a normal life, and the minute you stop believing that you can't have a normal life, well, then that's kind of dooming yourself. So don't tell yourself there's this whole list of things that you have to do or can't do. It's a common sense process of learning how to live a balanced life again, and one that makes you feel good. So again, part of that feeling good is getting rid of some of the demons that may arise. Creativity and exercise are two great ways to do that, as well as always, spiritual process, devotion reading, journaling about what you've read, prayer, surrendering the situation to a higher power, to God who's watching over you. You're not alone in this. There is a purpose for this. So just remember that stuff, and it's really going to help you get through those dark days and the days when you're troubled by those intrusive thoughts, or the troubling emotions, nightmares at night, whatever those demonic symptoms are. So I hope that you found this video useful. My name is Michael Prevey. Again, I've recently begun offering some coaching sessions via Skype or via phone for people who are going through the withdrawal process or thinking about going through it. Anyone who's having problems with prescription drugs, especially of the antidepressant or tranquilizer sort. So just message me if you'd like more information. My website is lovelygrind.com and michaelprevieywriter.com. Also, I'm on Facebook at both of those places, and on Twitter at lovelygrind. So until next time, I'm Michael Prevey. Please remember to take care of yourself and your dreams.